Danette Bodkin here. Welcome to Industry Insights. Today, I wanted to talk about the process of an e-commerce website. So I know you've heard me talk about this before, but the very first thing when you want to launch an e-commerce website is hopefully you've identified your company name and your logo, your brand, and your brand colors. I know I say it all the time, but that's how important these things are. What your narrative is for your brand, what your story is for your brand, and what your mission is for your brand and your company. So do you want to make a difference in this world? Do you want to sell products? What do you want to do? So identify all of those things first. If you have those, then let's move to demographics. I know, I repeat that too. So what is your target market? The number one target market, the one that is going to be all about your business. Then let's think about what are your secondary markets and your third markets, because there's not one company that only has one target market. Every company has at least two, but most tend to have about four. So you want to make sure that you identify those inside and out. Visualize those customers, put them in clothing, put the faces on them. What do they look like? What do they dress like? How do they act? How do they talk? Why are they going to buy your products or services? What is it about them that is so important that you want to market to? And what attributes do they have is going to affect your marketing so that you reach them properly. So identifying those target markets is super important. Then you want to start with your first target market, because that is going to be your core customer, the one that is super important. What social media are they on? Are they on LinkedIn? Or is it business to business? Are they on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest? Know the social media platforms that they use. And those are the ones that you're going to want to be on for that platform. A lot of companies just sign up for all of them, and it doesn't make sense. If your target market's not on them, that you're spending extra time and sometimes money being on social mediums that don't apply to your business. So identify the right ones for your company. From there, let's go a little bit further. Let's say they're going to be on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. So how are you going to integrate TikTok shops, Facebook and Instagram shops? And what about Google My Business or they say Google Maps? Is it going to link into that and sell your products there as well? So always be thinking about, okay, what is my target market? Where are they going to see me? And what can I integrate into? So that it's going to streamline your operations for the long haul and make your life easier. Let's just be upfront and honest about that. We all like making life easier. So once you're there, the next thing is your product selection. Again, we're not talking about all your demographics, not all your target markets. What is that key customer going to buy from you? Are there certain things that they are going to like the best? So those are the things that you want to go live with and start with. From there, we can then later go back and look at your other target markets and your other products and services. And maybe things that you absolutely love that you just want to sell can go on there as well. But let's start with what's going to make you some money, right? That's what we're in business about, making some money. So identify those and identify the distribution systems. Are they going to be drop shipped? Are you going to be shipping them? Do you have a vendor like UPS that will come up and pick everything up for you, or the post office? Do you have an in-house printer? Let's talk about all the logistics of your distribution and get that set. Then you want to say, okay, now I know my brand, I know my demographics, I know what I'm selling, I know what I want to do, I know what my mission is. So then what are my budgets? What are my budgets for each individual social media platform, for my website, for my marketing in general, which is usually in startups between 15 and 25%. For your marketing budget. It goes down to 15 to 12% once you're up and running for a couple of years, but you want to allocate at least 25% in the beginning. And then who do I have as sponsors or partners? They're going to help me with free product or free services or free displays or advertising dollars. And how do I integrate all that in to get to what my budget is? And then what my return on investment should be so that I'm in the minimum 40% gross margin, but ideally in your 50 or 54% gross margin is where we all want to be, right? So yay, let's do that. And then you're going to say, okay, So now that I have my budgets, I have my marketing kind of planned out. Let's go to the next level of your marketing. Do you have your print assets? Do you know your media buys? And do you know your media buys by month? What season's going to be right for you to spend more money or less money? Let's say you're selling things on a shop that is targeted towards women. Maybe you want to sell more before Mother's Day. Maybe you want to boost up your advertising dollars before Christmas. Maybe in the summer, you want to reduce them a little bit because shopping is a little bit slower. People are out doing fun things and taking vacations. So plan out your media buying, and that's part of your budget. And then how does everything integrate? We talk about that again. I go back to APIs and social integrations. How does that work? Because if it doesn't work, that's okay. We still want to do those things. But then you've got to budget in the time and the staff to get those things to work, not just immediately, but for the long term. What is the plan for that? And how much is it going to cost you? And time does cost money. So definitely calculate that in there. So you bring in together all of that, your website, your asset management, which is all your print materials, your digital ads, your banner ads, all that kind of stuff, and your social media. When you have all that planned out, now you kind of know, okay, maybe TikTok shop is not going to be a fast integration because I have brand names and I need to get brand approval from all of those companies for it to flow faster. What staff do I need and what operational protocols do I need to get that integrated? And then once I have brand approval, then it flows fast. So all these little steps need to be calculated and thought out because they will affect your budget and they will affect your return on investment, which we want, and your gross margin, which we want, and your sales, which of course is all what it's all about, right? So these are super, super important. Then we go into website design. So now you want to think, okay, my brand narrative, my brand colors, my logo, my brand fonts, my brand mission, all these things need to be in there. My about page needs to be short, sweet, but to the point to make people fall in love with you. Your products need to be easy to navigate or services so that within 2 clicks, they're able to buy or click to what they want. Navigations flows really well. Your footer should always have your privacy policy, your shipping policy, your terms policy. If you don't have those things, you're not going to be allowed to integrate into Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok shops. Those are going to be super important. Plus, you want those anyway, because you want those customers to know what you're offering up front. I mean, they want to love you, right? And you want to love them back. So treat them well. So make sure that you have all of those things thought out. Then make sure that your product copy or your service copy is packed full of SEO keywords. So let's say you're doing a top for a women's top. Then you want to make sure you have the word woman's in there. You want to make sure you have the word top, shirt, blouse, camisole. I mean, every word that you can think of that will go in there. Then the color red, cherry, whatever red words you can put in there. So you want to make sure that you have all that in there, but in a way that it reads well, because you don't want somebody to read your product and be like, this top camisole shirt is cherry red with strawberry accents. And I mean, that's not going to sell. So you got to make sure it's very, very masterfully done. So those keywords are there, but you read it and you want to buy it. That'll take some time. That should be in your marketing budget and in your operational budget to make sure that your products are there very well represented, along with pictures in the front, back, sides, videos, if you can do them. Make all that happen. And then that way, when you integrate these things over to your social media, it's bringing over the best of this product. So hopefully it sells faster there as well, not just online on your website. It goes the same thing for services. Same exact process. It's just a little bit different because you're selling something that is not necessarily tangible. But same concept. All right. Same strategy. Then you want to make sure that you are able to access all the assets that you've created, the graphic designs, the logo, everything, the mission. Maybe you did it in pretty colors or stock photos, stock videos that you've taken, photography that you've taken from your asset library. And that library needs to be like a Dropbox or Google Docs or something or SharePoint, one of the softwares that no matter where you are or where your team is, they can download what they need and upload what they need in a matter of seconds. So let's say you're working one day from your phone on the beach. Well, but you need that one picture because you want to post about it because it's a hot seller. So you just go to Dropbox, download it, boom, done. You can upload it in 5 seconds. Otherwise, you have to wait until you get back and then get to your desktop and figure out where that picture is. We don't want that. We're all about quick and fast. This is operational marketing, super, super important. Then the next thing is you want to go live. So now you feel like your website's great. It's got the products on there for the first target market. We're not thinking about second or third or fourth target markets right now. For your first one, everything reads well, looks good. Your mission's there. They understand who your company is. They trust you, which is super important. Your privacy, your shipping, your distribution, your return, all those policies are live. And then you want to analyze the analytics. Who's going to the website? What's working with this pay-per-click or this digital marketing? What social media is sending it over to the website? Which ones are doing direct buys? And play with that for at least 3 months. While you're doing that, then you could be thinking about, okay, let's do the entire process again for the second target market and the third target market. So you're always in a growth pattern, but doing it strategically. A lot of people say that their marketing is throwing spaghetti at the wall. Well, let me tell you about spaghetti. Spaghetti is expensive, very expensive, whereas strategy is success. Implement these processes. Take the time. Don't rush to market before you're ready. You want to be out there and your customers see you, buy from you, and you mitigate all the pitfalls that could happen before that happens so that they have an awesome user experience. They come back to you and they want to buy more or hire you to do more things. So these are super, super important things. No spaghetti, please, no spaghetti. Okay, so after you've done that, target market's live, it's rolling. You just launched your second target market and those products or services. Then the third one, this all probably will take about a year. And you're seeing what the stats are per, and you're seeing something that's trending well across all of those target markets, then that can become something you want to do pay-per-click for and move it up to the top of your marketing budget. So you're constantly playing with these things. And maybe it's become Christmas time, so that's going to be one that you really want to push because it's a hot trending item. So that gets more dollars. Maybe that's on your print ads and your social ads. So mixing all these things together is all about strategy and what works and what's going to do what. Bring you in money, bring you in sales, give you a good gross margin, and give you a great return on investment. So that's kind of my really quick e-commerce setup plan for you guys. I know I said a lot in a few minutes, but hopefully you get the gist of it. If you have any questions, I'm always available. Just give me a call or go to designsgroupconsulting.com and shoot me an email. And remember, a business plan is recommended. A marketing plan is recommended. Don't throw spaghetti. Ciao.